A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move aimed at enhancing France's military capabilities, President Emmanuel Macron is set to unveil a new national military service plan this Thursday. This initiative comes in response to the increasing threats posed by Russia, particularly in the wake of the ongoing war in Ukraine, which has raised serious concerns about European stability. During his visit to the Varses military base in the picturesque French Alps, Macron will highlight the urgent need to prepare the nation for what he describes as growing threats. This new plan builds on a previous announcement regarding a voluntary military service option for French youth, explicitly ruling out the possibility of reinstating conscription, which was abolished in 1996. Macron's administration is determined to bolster the nation's defenses as the specter of Russian aggression looms large over Europe. He articulated this sentiment during an interview with Radio RTL, stating, "The day that you send a signal of weakness to Russia, which for 10 years has made a strategic choice to become an imperial power again, that's to say advance wherever we are weak, well, it will continue to advance." In a bid to strengthen military funding, Macron has also announced an additional 6.5 billion euros in military expenditure over the next 2 years. The president aims for France to allocate 64 billion euros annually for defense by 2027, which would represent a significant increase from the 32 billion euros allocated annually when he first took office in 2017. Currently, France's military boasts approximately 200,000 active personnel and over 40,000 reservists, making it the second largest military force in the European Union, just behind Poland. The French government has set an ambitious goal of increasing the number of reservists to 100,000 by 2030. General Fabien Mandin, France's newly appointed Army Chief of Staff, recently issued a stark warning regarding the nation's preparedness for potential conflict with Russia. His comments sparked widespread concern across the political spectrum as he suggested that France must be ready to lose its children in the event of a military confrontation. Mandin pointed to Russia's historical actions, including the annexation of 20% of Georgia's territory in 2008 and the full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, as evidence of the Kremlin's aggressive posture. Unfortunately, Russia today, based on the information I have access to, is preparing for a confrontation with our countries by 2030. It is organizing itself for this, it is preparing for this, and it is convinced that its existential enemy is NATO, he warned. Macron has been quick to clarify that the national military service for volunteers does not entail sending young recruits to the front lines. We must, in any case, immediately dispel any confusion that we are going to send our young people to Ukraine, he stated firmly. That's not at all what this is about. France's military initiative is not an isolated case, as other European nations are also ramping up their military capabilities in response to the perceived threat from Russia. Germany, for instance, is intensifying its efforts to attract more recruits through a new voluntary military service program, which is currently awaiting parliamentary approval. Meanwhile, Belgium's defense minister has reached out to 17-year-olds, encouraging them to consider military service in the coming year, with plans to select 500 candidates between the ages of 18 and 25 to launch the program in September. Poland has also initiated a new voluntary military training program, aiming to train 100,000 volunteers annually by 2027, as it seeks to establish a robust reserve force amid growing concerns about Russian aggression. While Poland is not considering a return to universal military service, it is focusing on developing a reserve system. Currently, 10 EU countries maintain compulsory military service, including Austria, Cyprus, Croatia, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Greece, Latvia, Lithuania, and Sweden. Norway, although not an EU member, has mandatory military service for both genders, with service durations varying from as little as 2 months in Croatia to up to 19 months in Norway. As France takes these bold steps to enhance its military readiness, the broader European landscape is shifting in response to the changing geopolitical climate. Macron's commitment to strengthening France's defense capabilities is a reflection of the urgent need to address the challenges posed by an increasingly assertive Russia, and it remains to be seen how these developments will shape the future of European security. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.